The community of San Ildefonso, in one of the northern provinces of the Philippines, is annually affected by typhoons, storm surges, and tsunamis. It is also affected by unsustainable development and tourism, and also mining threats.
Kasi nga po pala nasa amin ng lugar, hirap po kami ma-produce ng mga pagkain pag may mga parang mga po ng kalamidad. Hirap kami sa pagod kasi nga po yung dagat, yung mahirap pag yung laki ng alon, halos wala nang tumatawid.
The community members of San Ildefonso work closely with Alay Bayan-Luson Incorporated, or ABI, which happens to be the partner of Center for Disaster Preparedness. ABI then conducted various activities on community-based disaster risk management to raise awareness.
2013, nagkaroon po rito ng malaking pag-uho ng lupa. Bali, ito, rapid dito ay isang buong pamilya.
Institutionalising sustainable community-based disaster risk management, or CBDRM, is an ambitious USAID OFDA-funded program. Partners across Africa, Asia and Latin America submitted 264 case studies of CBDRM. The best 25 case studies in each region were then analysed in more depth to identify the ingredients for how CBDRM can be the most sustainable and institutionalised. This video showcases how these ingredients can be mixed together and used in practice to make CBDRM more successful.
The community organized a disaster preparedness organization, also known as SIDMA, which is the San Ildefonso Disaster Management Association. So this group actually organizes the community in order to do some volunteer task groups and also do the preparedness, and along with the response initiatives, which includes the distribution of relief items, and they also conducted the development of early warning system in the community. SIDMA is targeted to help the marginalized and most vulnerable sectors in the barangay or the village.
Disaster preparedness organizations are self-organized local structures, fully owned by the community members. And all community members have a role to play in this, in planning and organizing preparedness and response activities.
Ang SIDMA po ay na-organize noong 2008 dito sa barangay sa Ildefonso. Ito po ay organize ng Alay Bayan. Kasi nga po itong bayan namin ay talagang front area lagi ng mga daluyan, ng mga. Kaya po sa pag-organize ng Alay Bayan, gusto nilang maiangat yung kapasidad ng bawat barangay dito sa mga katao. Ang SIDMA po ay nagpariiko na sa mga ibang puro para po malaman din nila kung paano ba yung gagawin nila pag may mga panahon ng disaster.
ABI decided to partner with all groups within the community, including women, youth, indigenous people, and local authority, to ensure inclusion of everyone from all project activities from the onset.
Pag yung bagyo lang, ay sa school po namin sila pinag-evacuate, at yung pong iba dito na rin po sa...
Gusto na sana namin mapalawak pa yung organisasyon para po makatulong lalo dun sa mga maliliit namin mga kapatid, kagaya po ng mga minorities.
The presence of disaster preparedness organizations have contributed to the endorsement of the activities by the local government and the village authorities. They've also played an important role in ensuring effectiveness of the project activities because they've opened up spaces for dialogue between the community members and the government at different levels.
Kumonekta din po kami sa barangay, katunayan po, noong unang seminar namin, kasama namin yung aming kapitan dun sa barangay ko, so nag-seminar.
The local government has been very much supportive of the initiatives of SIDMA, and up to this day they endorse the organization even if the project has already ended in 2011. So I think this is a good statement of sustainability because up to this day there's a strong linkage and partnership with the government and the community.
3/4 naman po kami, buong barangay po yun, 24 barangay, buong Kasiguran. Nagsasagawa po kami ng
Ay kasi po, kumbaga doon sa kailangan po kasi na mayroong i-organize para yung aming samahan ay maging malakas. Regular po kami dati na nag-meeting para maging active po yung mga miyembro namin. Ayos naman yung daloy, inano namin yung advocacy, sa education, health committee, emergency response. Ang naging namin kasi noon, dito sa barangay, ang naging health committee namin, mga BHW na rin. Tapos yung emergency response, bali mga barangay tanod din namin. Ako po yung chairman, bali chairman sa education kasi po ako yung daycare worker dito sa aming barangay.
The creation of local structures such as the disaster committees and the use of mechanisms like locally trained task forces and the use of local materials are really important for ensuring that the project activities are self-sustained.
The role and activities of disaster preparedness organization actually promoted a much stronger culture of preparedness among the community members. It has enabled them to realize the importance of working together and collaborating in an organized and coordinated manner. Despite the isolation of the island of San Ildefonso, it still manages to get early warning system messages through PAG-ASA, which is the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration, the Weather Bureau of the Philippines.
Pinagpulong kami ng aming chairman, pinag-usapan namin kung ano yung dapat namin gawin in case na kumbaga dadating yung kalamidad. Unang-una po kami nagbabahay-bahay. Kumbaga na, lalo pa yung ayaw lumikas. Kumbaga, kinukumbinsin po namin na lumikas sila para po sa kanilang kaligtasan. At saka po, nag-aano din po lalo na sa health. Malayo po ang bayan, nandun po ang butika. Pag yun po may mga po nagluluto kami ng mga herbal na gamot.
Ako na po mismo yung nag-ipot mula sa Purok 1 hanggang po dun sa inaabutan ng aking sasakyan para po mag-alert sa kanila. Kasi nga po dun sa bagyong Umpong, ang kinakatakutan po namin dun yung sabi nilang pag-angat ng tubig na aabot ng 14 meters. Kaya po yung mga kabarangay namin na nasa tabi ng dagat, pinursige ko po sila na talaga lumikas.
The effectiveness of DPO activities, together with a strong sense of ownership and inclusion, has provided some of the key ingredients that make CBDRM initiatives like these sustainable, and in turn become institutionalized by having in place government-recognized structures and committees, and a local government culture that recognizes the benefits of CBDRM.